EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to one of the most storied postseason venues in the league. Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, sold out once again. It's the first of 6 games here on Super Wildcard Weekend, and we are underway on EA Sports. And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Willis going to throw it right away. Got his man. It's Warren. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards on the game's opening play.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Back to throw, Willis. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Pittman. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Here's Willis. And this taken in by Downs. And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Willis will look to throw it. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
Right back to the air with Willis. Throw left side, taken in by Pittman. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Here's Willis. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 23. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march. Willis to throw once more. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Willis looking to throw it. Connecting over the middle with Downs. And a hard tackle there as he'll go down after a gain of about 5. And so far, a very nice, methodical opening drive.
This has the feel of a scripted drive that they rehearsed perfectly all week long, and now they're executing it on game day.
Script looks good so far. A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Willis looking to throw it. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Adonai Mitchell, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Colts will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Forget about the storylines of being intimidated in the playoffs on the road. I mean, that was pretty clinical right there.
Yeah, they didn't treat it like it was a playoff game in January, did they?
No.
That felt much more like, hey, we're back in August, running a few drills in the practice field. They seem unaffected by what they're facing in this one.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing to start the drive. Ward. And his throw is incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked by Cameron Bynum. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
To throw, here's Willis. Open man down the field. This is Mitchell. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They'll run with Robinson. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Play fake. Here's Willis. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Josh Downs from 4 yards out. And the Colts lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game?
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 48 yards. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Operating from the gun, Ward. They'll get this complete to Calvin Austin. Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. On the ground, here's the rookie from Notre Dame. And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Off play action. Ward. And that is incomplete. Hard to
course, not often did you see one of those big tight ends get overthrown in the end zone, but we just saw it happen.
It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. Operating from the gun. Moore. That is caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. George Pickens, 26 yards. And the Steelers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. The PAT good and would draw him closer, but hold on just a second. A flag is down on the field, and they'll accept that penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson shedding through the defense. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Good running right there. And this is a man who's a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
The throw right side here going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Now Willis. He finds his man complete. That's Warren. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. Now Willis. Being chased out left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Second and 10. Now Willis to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on 1st down. Then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
Willis. He'll get this one to Pittman. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No 1st down. And now the Colts call on their field goal unit here. This from 44 yards out. Left hash. And his kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now. 17-7. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
Well, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now, but let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield. Options galore here, second and a few inches. Up the middle they go. Baxter, and he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He finds Austin complete. And a big hit there. That was a man coming with bad intentions. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. On the left hash, officially, it's called a 51-yard attempt. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Back to throw. Ward able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. So the drive stays alive after the 4th down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30. Looking to throw. Moore. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Here's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Ward. And his throw here's incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Back to throw again. He's got his target. That's complete. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
They'll look to throw again. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Oh, he's going to be brought down a few yards short of the goal line, and they're going to be unable to stop the clock from here. So close yet so far, and that's going to be how this first half will come to an end. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback And the third quarter will start from the 30. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. Two-score game start of the third quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, and that slope becomes even more slope if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives. Try and slow things down a little bit.
Now run straight ahead with Warren. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one. No gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Just 21 yards on the punt there. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They go play action with Willis. Got his man, it's Warren. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
Another big play right there, and this is where, as an offense, you can really put the hammer down. You've got a double-digit lead, but those other guys, they've been hanging around. A touchdown here could put this game out of reach, and that's a strong step towards getting it done.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Robinson up the middle. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Back to throw, Willis. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Warren. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. Back to throw, Willis. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Josh Downs, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead.
Partner, they had a good lead as they went in at the half, and they came out here in the second half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. This seemed like a team that was ready to play 60 minutes. And while this game is far from over, I love their approach.
The extra point splits the uprights. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Moore flushed out right. Completes it to him. And he caught it up. And the Colts pick it up. Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half, and down 3 scores. A lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back to Robinson now on 1st down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
To throw, here's Willis. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. From the gun, here's Willis. Open man is Downs. He's got it. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 13-yard line. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Bijan Robinson, a 13-yard touchdown run. And the Colts continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 24. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. That's going to be caught by Pickens. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Marking down at the 49. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Operating from the gun. Ward finding Pickens for another catch. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd. Here's Ward operating from the gun. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Fryermuth. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts' 32-yard line. Again, he'll drop to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. DK Metcalf, 32 yards. And the Steelers get a bit closer.
Look, we all know that sometimes we see upsets in the wild card round. But I have to tell you, in this case, I did not see that coming.
I don't think anyone in the stadium saw it coming. You and I were coming in before the game. There's a couple in front of us talking about travel plans for next weekend. They might want to cancel those.
Yeah, I would say so, because right now it's looking more and more like they're going to be one and done. They're probably trying to call the hotel and make sure they get their security deposit back.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. And able to return this one all the way out to the other side of the field across the 50.
In just about every special teams meeting, there's a discussion with the punter about his importance. Why? He can flip the field for your team defensively, move it deep into their own territory, or if you're backed up on offense, then he can hit a big punt and change field position and help his defense. In this case, though, field position got flipped by the return team. You can do it so many different ways on special teams.
Toss play to Robinson. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
Willis looking to throw it. And this complete to Mitchell. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's a 2nd and 5.
Come on.
Willis will look to throw it. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 68 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
And in a situation like this, you're in the second half with the lead, trying to get to the division round. They're going to let him do his thing on the ground, and that's a great run there to pick up a first down.
They'll run again here with Robinson. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Now they bring a receiver in motion right. Oh, here's a fake on the jet sweep. And to give to Robinson. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
In today's NFL, most teams don't have as many goals for the game like we used to have where you checked off your boxes. But 0 turnovers, that's a universal. And while it won't likely cost them in this game, they're going to regret the fact that they coughed one up here.
Yeah, their first blemish. They had mistake-free football prior. He finds his man, complete. It's Austin. And he will finally be taken down up at the 43. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 42 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Off-play action. Ward. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun. Ward. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Breaks through the contact. And the Colts are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. But just another reason to celebrate there on the defensive side with the interception. And this is a game that they clearly have firmly in their grasp.
Yeah, a lot of handshakes, a lot of hugs, a lot of smiles. It's been their day.
They begin the drive with Robinson. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. The offense on 3rd down, they have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. On the end around, here comes Williams. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks.
Well, when we go back to our conversation with the defensive coordinator, that type of a play was not a surprise to him. He expected trickery in this game, yet somehow his defense, they still took the cheese and got caught in the mousetrap.
And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Robinson with another carry. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it 1 more time, so make sure you get in shape.
They'll come up now 3rd and 3.
Come on.
Robinson will try to pick it up. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
They'll run for it with Robinson. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there.
Let's go. Ready.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
Ready. Set.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Get to the wild card game. Check. Got that done. Win a wild card game. Big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights